Good evening, everyone. I'm here with my friend Miriam Cuesta. I'm an English teacher, and she's studying. She's in the second semester at National University, and she's going to make an interview about some important points that, we want to discuss about learning and culture. That's right. So, please, Miriam, you can.
Hello, good evening. Is my friend Luis, is teacher in the institute in Navia Barón.
Okay. Yes. Continue.
Teacher, what do you think in the relationship between language and culture?
And culture. Culture. That's right. Well, language and culture have a strong relationship because every culture are creation of the humanity. So, and what the humanity can create things through getting communicated with, among the people. All right. So, if I want to, for example, if I want to build up something, so I have a group of people and I have to communicate with them through a language. So that's why if we got not language, we cannot get communicated with others, so we cannot construct it. We cannot build up the culture. So the relationship is very, very, very strong.
Okay. What is the influence of
Culture, yes.
in the process of
Foreign
language process.
Yes. What is the influence of the culture in the process of acquiring a foreign language, or the process of getting a foreign language? It's very important because, every culture has some specific characteristics for communication. So every language is a culture in itself. And if I'm going to get to a person to obtain another language, I need to take into account which are those principles, or which are those cultural principles for the language that they're getting at. So if I can help the students or help the learners to understand little by little those facts of the other language or the other culture that they're getting on, it's going to be easier for them to get the complete meanings of or getting communicated with success in that culture and in that language. So it's very, very, very important. So we cannot take them separately.
Okay. Which cultural expression do you know countries have through language?
Through language.
Through language.
Which cultural expressions do you know countries have through language? Well, I think this question is already open, right? It's not specific, but I'm gonna try to mean this. I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna get from this. So I think every country is a culture. We said before that every single country is a culture, and through the language they express this feeling. The feeling of the people. For example, if we go to France, in France the people is very romantic. The language is romantic. The manners are very important. The language is very polite, basically. So this is an evidence of the culture through language. For example, if we go maybe here in Colombia, you see that every single group of people express their life. Their feeling, how they feel the life with their language. So I think that, according to my point of view, this could be a manifestation of how a culture, how a country can express their feelings through language. Well, this is what I understand from this question. Okay, next question, please.
Bueno.
Why?
Why do you think is it important to have an oral tradition
In a country.
In a country.
Yes, oral tradition is very important because, for example, as we were talking before, some minutes ago, with the stories, the tales, the legends, myths, all these kind of expressions make that the knowledge from the ancient knowledge keeps flowing through the evolution of the society, right? Also communicates because, as I said in the last question, it's a way of feeling our life. So the oral expression, it is going to be always present in every single communicational situation, because this is the way to keep up with all the traditions, feelings, knowledge, and even ideas from a society, right? So we cannot think about a society that, or a culture that really get lost their oral tradition. So it's going to be a mess. Yeah, it's very important keeping up with this oral tradition.
Okay. What do you think do we teach language using culture, or do we teach culture using language?
Okay, I think both. Both. So we teach language through culture, and we teach culture through language, because these concepts are linked. All right. Remember, so we cannot think about a culture without language, or we cannot think about language without culture. All right. So they are linked. So everything depends on the approach that we are working. For example, sometimes we are be more focused on the language itself. For example, when we are practicing spelling, so we just go through the language as a subject. But when we try to put all these grammar issues or grammar usages in a context, so we are going to work in the culture. So we're going to focus on the culture, right? So according to my point of view, that depends. Both are going to work, but we are going to focus more in one of it, depending to the activity that we are working in that moment.
Okay, teacher. Do you take into account cultures in the strategies you use in your English class?
Well,
can you give me some
examples? Yes. For example, yes, I do. I take into account mostly, we could say, the oral tradition, because I use movies, I use videos, tutorials, and mostly oral situations, because they help the people. Now, first of all, to improve their listening comprehension and their pronunciation abilities. Number two, they're going to help them to understand some words in a specific context. And number three, they're going to help how to understand the grammar in the usage. So that's why sometimes, for example, some special dates are important, because this way the students are going to understand how do people feel according to a specific moment in the year. Okay? So, but yes, I do. I actually do that.
Okay, teacher. Gracias por your attention.
Yeah, thanks for your attention. Thanks to you for taking me into account, and I hope my words are going to be useful for the work that you are doing. So, thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.